Second fight of the evening.
All right, guys, it looks like John Viruet making his way to the cage here.
You know, what do you know about John Viruet, Ben?
This is a closed book with the lock on it, man. I was not able to get a hold of him. All the calls went to voicemail. The messages were left unread. This man is a secret to the Against the Cage crew.
If you notice, his coach has got a jiu-jitsu shirt on, so I'm assuming he's going to have some ground game in his repertoire.
Yeah.
And that's versus a Schenectady Muay Thai specialist here, so it looks like we got a stylistic clash up here for our second fight.
We're opening the gift as we see it. We don't know what we're getting.
You know, that is one of the nice things about COVID is there's a lot of unknowns coming out of that time period when there wasn't shows.
That's the only nice thing about COVID.
A lot of variables.
Beautiful carpet there. Nice floor. Oh.
I gotta give a quick shout out to my nephew Jordan, who's watching. He doesn't have much going on Friday night, so he wanted to make sure he was watching the fight.
All right, we got Ryan Martin coming down again, as Ben mentioned, from Schenectady Muay Thai with Jeremy Hunt.
This should be an interesting fight.
According to
I've heard a lot of good things about Ryan Martin, Joe.
Let's give a shout out to the All Combat Sports crew, Susan Walker, Joe Ivy, saying our commentary is hilarious. So guys, we're delivering on all cylinders.
We're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
And this is alcohol free.
I know
what I mean. Unique and sober.
This is one of the first shows I'm not sitting here drinking with you guys and watching you.
Well, usually it's after the shows you'll find me like a bad pitcher in baseball, high and outside, but it's negative degrees outside. So.
Only Benfield, folks. Only Benfield.
Absolutely incredible walkout songs tonight, guys. Does it get any better than this?
We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo for the official introduction.
Our second fight on the card for Cage Wars 50. It is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in our 170-pound division. Introducing first fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in yesterday at 170 pounds even. Representing Grit and Gratitude Wrestling out of Springfield, Massachusetts, John Viruet.
Looks like a good solid dude.
And his opponent standing across the cage fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in yesterday 169 pounds. Representing Schenectady Muay Thai out of Albany, New York, Ryan Martin.
Schenectady Muay Thai is one of those gyms that's really starting to come into their own, in my opinion.
Yeah, it seems every card we're getting more and more guys.
You know, it comes down to the stylistic matchup we talked about, though. His coach had a jiu-jitsu shirt. He's from a wrestling school. Schenectady Muay Thai, a little bit more Muay Thai. I don't know where he might train, a lot of ground. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
From my understanding, the Schenectady Muay Thai facility offers all facets of mixed martial arts. Which that's a nice thing when you can have everything right in one building.
Ooh, nice kick there.
Now, if you look, John Viruet is very heavy in his feet. He's looking to land a hard shot. He's not worried about being light dancing. He wants to deliver some pain. Looking to suck those legs in.
Oh, dumped him right down there. Beautiful work.
You know, and it's not all power. There's that feel, right, Jay? When you can pull them away from the cage when you do it. You just can't ever do it. So for the folks at home.
Yeah, it's not easier said than done type stuff.
Speaking of the cage, you got some beautiful new mats today. Change of appearance for the Cage Wars cage.
Looks beautiful.
John Viruet inside control. He's working for that left arm of Ryan Martin.
You're working for Americana? Nope.
He's looking to isolate it.
Yep.
And the neck and that arm. A lot of things you can do from here.
He's right in front of his corner, too, so he's in a really good spot to work. He can take his time here. Still got more than half the round left.
And if you notice, again, going to the body with those punches, just not to the face while on the ground.
Once the shin pads come off, it's on.
There's so many athletes that I can't wait until those shin guards come off.
Mendy Chukalevsky is one of them.
Amazing athletes coming up. You know, and sometimes an athlete will look to attack the arm to achieve mount. You know, a lot of times it's a bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're protecting the arm, and then next thing you know, we get knee on belly, and we're in full mount. He's also using his head a lot too, keep control. A lot of guys got their heads up. You got more power when you're fully compact on top of the
There
guy.
we go, back to his feet.
Ryan Martin. Yeah, you know, you can definitely tell if Viruet comes from a wrestling school the way he uses that head.
Very, very well experienced one at that as well, Will.
Yep.
Ryan Martin doing the best job he can, down to one knee, just wearing Viruet's weight.
Jay, if you're Ryan Martin, how do you get out of this situation?
Well, first of all, you're going to want hand control. You don't want that hook in, that's for sure. I just think he's just getting ragged out. He's got to be stronger.
He's working up that neck. He's not got a good angle for a choke, but again, he can get in a mount, he can control.
He's basically taking it wherever he wants to go right
Less
now.
than 30 seconds.
Looks like there's some blood coming out of the nose of Ryan Martin here. 20 seconds just about left in the opening round.
And now the difference here between this fight and the first is there's action on the ground. They're moving. You know, so Matt Goller is looking, but he's not had to stand them up yet. John Viruet, very aware, heard the clock, looked up the ref. He's definitely aware of his situation at this point.
Very, very high fight IQ from Mr. Viruet here.
Now, here's something interesting. At the last ABC certification I attended, they talked about the fact they were looking to have more 10-8 rounds. This was a dominant round. So with them looking to try to add more 10-8 rounds, who knows? There may be a judge in here who scored that 10-8.
At the same time, if we didn't get a 10-8 in the opening round where Hackett had knocked out Morales and then almost had him choked out, do you think that we're going to see a 10-8 here?
But this was dominant from beginning to end.
Okay, yeah, I definitely can see your point there.
There was no back and forth. It was straight. John was in charge the whole time.
Doesn't look like there's a sense of urgency in the Sukati corner there. Very calm, cool, and collected.
Well, it's only the first round. You know, your fighter weathered it. They came out, but you've got to make some adjustments now. You've got to keep some distance.
All right, time for the seconds to get out of the cage. The second round is just moments
You'll see
away.
guys in the first round, their comfort level is really it's non-existent. And then in the second round, they're like, oh, now I know what to expect. And then there's a change.
Mr. Viruet almost in the center of the cage for the start here. Oh, grabbing the cage there. Preventing a takedown from happening does not make a difference.
And that's just pure instinct going for that. When you're falling, it's your natural instinct to try to grab.
John Viruet with that body lock, just keeping control, sucking him right into him. It's like quicksand.
As long as I'm not the one stuck in it.
He's making him wear his weight when he's inside control too. It's not that there's no room for hip movement at all, really.
No, and John is keeping very calm. You know, a lot of times if guys are wrestling, they can overexert themselves. He's very calm. He's looking at the ref. He's looking over at the corner. He's checking the time.
Very high level for where he's at in his combat sports journey.
And he's not using a lot of energy. He's making Ryan move a lot. He's letting Ryan basically wear himself out, trying to get out from underneath him.
What's the saying, gentlemen? Train
almost
hard,
in the face
fight
there.
easy.
He's got to be careful.
What was that, Ben?
What's the saying there, gentlemen? Train hard, fight easy?
Yep.
Oh, he's looking for that right arm of Ryan.
He step over his head. Oh.
Ryan doing a nice job trying to regain guard. Oh, well, right back to almost a north-south.
John's just doing what they call the floating over, just moving.
Exhausting your...
Exactly. I mean, jumping over to side control from the opposite side.
I remember when I trained with Bruno Tostes, he used to do that to me and just tire me out. A 145-pound guy, and I was like 250. And I would just be puking and just rolling and gliding on me.
Yeah.
Sounds similar to Dustin Poirier's role with the World's Strongest Man just recently.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Check that out. That's on all over social media right now. He tapped him out and really quick.
Nice job. And strict control. Look at this, guys. We're less than a minute left in the second round. Utter domination thus far.
He's just floating around him like.
It's like butter in a hot skillet, yeah.
That's the higher echelon of grappling right there.
And he's still working on an arm. He's looking for the right arm, the left arm. I give him a lot of credit. He's controlling, but he's also attacking when he can.
Yep. He's looking for that Kimura.
He's got 30 seconds left in the round. Plenty of time.
Very aware of it, getting to his knees, grabbing his own arm, trying to frame. This has to be frustrating for Ryan.
It's humiliating when you're trying to everything in your power to get up and move, and it's just the guys every step ahead of you.
Got to be careful to keep the fingers out of the eyes if you're Ryan Martin.
Nice ground and pound of the body.
Those were hard shots, too.
A lot of athletes neglect them in the novice rule set because they don't think it makes a difference. But again, the judges see it. It's one more thing that your opponent has to think about, and if they're already beat up mentally and you just start hitting them in the ribs, it wears them down.
Sucks the gas right out of the tank.
John's still cool, calm as a cucumber over in the corner.
Round 3, beautiful shenanigans girl, bringing the card around.
We see calmness as well over here with Jeremy Hunt in the Sukati Muay Thai corner, but I don't know if Jeremy Hunt knows how to be anything other than calm on fight day.
Jeremy's a guy who's been around a long time. He's coached, he's competed,
Very talented individual.
This is not something new to him. And for the folks at home, we are being regulated tonight by a third body-sanctioned body, the United States Muay Thai Association, with Mr. Ed Kinner and his crew. UFC referee here tonight. We're going to see soon, Big Dan Mugliata.
Big Dan.
Dan the man on hand.
Good friend of the Cage Wars family.
Here we go, round 3, third and final round, guys. If you're Ryan Martin, I'm saying you got to go for a knockout.
Yep.
You got to catch him coming in. Uppercut, right hand, something like that. What's your thought?
It's the only thing he can do, but I think John's in his head. Every time he's tried to do something, it just hasn't worked out for him. So.
Yeah, he's trying not to get taken down again and put into those situations he's been in for the last 6 minutes, and you can see that
And he's got to be careful throwing those kicks naked because he's fighting a guy that's pressuring him with punches.
Nice right hand.
So he's closing the distance.
Over. He's not. He's got to be careful with those shots to the head.
He's down on the ground.
He's got to be very careful with the shots to the head. His mouth guard is out as well. Let's see if the ref will pause the action here.
That's one of the benefits of it being novice rules is that you're not going to get punched in the face on the ground.
Now, don't need to rinse that off. We're not in a global health pandemic. Don't rinse off the mouth guard.
Again, if I'm Ryan Martin right now, I'm saying pump that jab.
Pump that jab, stop throwing the same kick.
Pump an uppercut, something. Because he's stuck.
You got to disguise the kick with something before you throw it. That's a problem.
And especially because, the great counter to a right kick is a right hand.
And he was also circling into Mr. Viruet's power hand here.
He's been doing that all night.
Oh, right over.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Nice Matt Hughes type slam.
Well, and again, it wasn't for the show. He wanted to bring him by his corner.
Exactly.
Very aware young man.
That's exactly where you want to. You always want to bring somebody to your corner if you can.
Flight attendants.
Not only because you can get the instructions, but your opponent's not going to get the instructions from his
over
corner.
here. Yep.
And that's even more frustrating if you're the guy in the bottom. So you're hearing his coaches
telling him how to beat you.
I think tonight we are being exposed to a level of wrestling that we haven't seen. He tapped out to an arm triangle. First finish of the evening belongs to John Viruet.
And he did a nice job creating enough space against the cage to hit that choke.
That was beautiful.
I look forward to seeing more of this young man in the cage.
And that was good.
And he's very calm. Good job, Ryan Martin. I give Ryan Martin a lot of credit. He never gave up. He kept trying to get to a hit. He kept trying to get back to guard.
And we've seen guys just give up and find a way out of the fight.
Or just try to last.
Yep.
And Ryan Martin was trying to bring the heat. He was trying to get out of the positions. A lot of credit to him for that.
Absolutely.
Ryan Martin being a little bit tough on himself, but you know what? Like we talked about, he went in here, he did this. It's a learning experience. You win or you learn.
Exactly. And
John Viruet's corner very happy in there.
That was definitely a debut to to write home about.
We're going to bring it up to Mike ring announcer Mike Falvo for the official announcement.
How about a round of applause for these two great fighters, ladies and gentlemen? Referee Matt Goller has called a stop to the fight at 1 minute 43 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by way of head and arm choke, John Viruet.